Okay, and we are back with another episode of Duel Masochist. It has been another 4 weeks, so today the new season in Master Duel starts, so we are getting deranked to gold, which means pretty much nothing, except that we can now start our climb again to platinum and see if we can improve our deck to the point where we can actually win a few more duels in platinum itself, where we have to win more than we lose. To that end, the deck has changed a little bit. As you can see, starting off, we have a bunch of level 1s in here, and I decided to put in a bunch of Blackwings. Now, the reason for that is, if you've seen the last episode, we often, or we could several times go into Samok, and Samok can special summon winged beasts from the deck. And cards, winged beasts, points to cannot be targeted by card effects, yada yada, whatever. But I want more winged beasts to have more access to Samok. And I want also more dark monsters to give me the chance to summon Dark Smoke, you know, with his own effect. So I put in some Blackwings. We can special summon some of them, some don't. But it's basically darks that are winged beasts, and you know, we have chances to get more on the field. With getting more on the field, I also have our one Lyrilisk monster in here, Sapphire Swallow, because we do have a good amount of winged beasts. And we have a few level 1s. And if we have both, we can pretty much rather fast get more than 2 monsters on the field. Tri-Brigade Nerval is also in the deck now, which gives us more and easier access to our Samok, because we can then link summon from our graveyard. Yeah, we still have some of our Dragunity stuff, we still have some of our stuff. Nemesis Flag is still here, Umbrella is not. I took out Umbrella. As you can see, we have 47 cards in the deck right now. And that won't change now. It might, or it probably will, after a few duels, when I, you know, can see what am I actually using and what I'm not using. Another Blackwing, then we have our left-hand shark, and to complete the set, we have our right-hand shark. These two are pretty good. We can make an Xyz monster with both of them, rank 4 Xyz monster. We can make a Abyss Dweller, for example, which is pretty good. And if you use both of them, it can't be destroyed per battle or card effect. So, you know, an indestructible Abyss Dweller, not terrible. Then we pulled this last episode, I think. It was from Otherdoth, which is a flip monster, which, you know, similar vein to our Purple Poison Magician. However, this one shuffles a special summon monster back into the deck. Shuffling something back into the deck is probably the best type of removal. Sadly, this targets, but you know, we can probably use this in a, you know, decent way. Also, it's a reptile and a dark monster, which gives us more types and more access to dark, which is what we want. And I have my 2 Raid Raptors in the deck. Sadly, we do have an Xyz Raid Raptor, but that Xyz Raid Raptor is a rank 3, and the 2 we have are level 4, and Mimicry Lanius increases its the level by 1, so we sadly can make that. Then, like before, we have Tough. We have only 1 Sanitas right now. Our Tennies, Double-Headed King, Dino King Rex, Dark Samok, both our Magnites, Vishuddha, our Ancient Warrior, Ad Libitum of Despia. I will get to that in a second. This is probably temporary, depending on how well this works, but it's in the deck for now for a specific reason. Our 2 Eschatos, Timebreaker Magician, in case we need to remove something from the field to, you know, push for the win or get rid of a negate or something. potential. Then our Poison Magician and Garura, of course, for spell and trap removal. We have Greater Polymerization, which has one specific target I'll talk about. You can probably already see it, but I'll talk about that in a second. Then we have Earthbound Prison, which is kind of in a gate. Like, we activate this targeted effect monster. As long as this card is on the field, that monster's effect is negated. And it's in a field spell zone, so it doesn't take a spot in our normal spell and trap zone. Concealing Light, still good. Gingerbread House, still pretty good for us. Mayhem for Hire. This is in the deck because if we make Donna normally, we can just summon them back and use the effect again, which is removal. If we have maybe one of the for Hires in the graveyard and have this, and then have another one we can summon, we can use those effects. It's also a quick effect, so that might come up as well. And then our Widow Anchor, because again, it's in a gate, and we want those, even though Widow Anchor is situational since we are not allowed to have monsters. Since we are not allowed to have monsters in our main monster zone. And for the traps, Trap Hole, classic. Torrential, Miyabi, Selene, we still have a lot of win monsters. Treacherous Trap Hole, Wall of Disruption. A Maze Attraction Viking Vortex is in here, because if a monster, like, I can equip this to my opponent's monster and not just to amazement cards I control. And when I do this, and the monster activates its effect, it gets returned to the hand. So if they use a normal summon, for example, and want this on the field, then we can bounce something back. Or if something gets summoned from the extra deck and activates its effect. Now this doesn't negate the effect, but it does get rid of a card on the field, which might sometimes even be enough. And Curse of the Forbidden Spell. I haven't used this in a while. It never worked, really, but we're getting some more spells. So I put this back in because spells are pretty strong. And the amount of times we got Regeki to Happy Feather does that, you know, makes me want to play this even more. Lose one turn. I was debating if I want to play this or Grave of the Ancient Organism. The problem with Grave of the Super Ancient Organism is that it affects us more for a longer time, right? Lose one turn, basically, if we can use this, it also sets enemies to defense and stuff, and, you know, that's usually easier to beat over. The problem, obviously, being that lose one turn I can only activate if I don't have a special summon monster. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism, I can do that. And Grave of the Super Ancient Organism only affects level 6 or higher. But a lot of, like, cards that I want to have the effects negated are lower level than that. So yeah, I decided to use lose one turn still. So, you know, it worked out before. And last but not least, for our main deck is Prey of the Jiragumo. This special normal monster in your main monster zone in the same column the set. Which is whatever. It's not why I'm using this. I'm using this because that if we summon this, I can destroy monster in my opponent controls in this card's column. So usually we want to set this in probably one of the extra monster zones. And then when they summon something, we can activate this, destroy something, have a monster on the field. The second effect doesn't matter. We have none of these cards. Now, for the extra deck, this is why the fusion is here. We pulled Despia and Proscanion. And we need one Despia monster, one light, and one dark monster. This is why Ad libitum is in here. Ad libitum plus one light and a dark monster, which we have a few of, can summon us Proscanion. Now, during my main phase, I can target Fusion Synchro Exist Link monster in my opponent's graveyard and special summon it or banish it. But, you know, if I push for game, for example, I want to first summon, obviously. And when I destroy something in battle, I can inflict damage. Now, this is fine. It's not the best effect, really. But for us, this is actually pretty good. And since the only way we have to access this is greater polymerization, we can fusion summon one monster from our extra deck using 3 or more monsters from hand or field. Now, this takes 3 monsters. If we use this, the card cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is important, and we also can inflict piercing damage. So this has 3200 attack and defense. So getting over this by battle is not easy. If we can make it immune to card effect or destruction by card effect, this becomes quite a force to be reckoned with. And if it does piercing and has its own effect to do damage, this can do quite a lot of damage in one attack. So that's why this is in here. Also, I need to do a few fusion summons to rank up our Master Duel proficiency thingy. Because I kind of want to get over the rank we are currently on, just to get a few more legacy packs, really. Then Wagner is still in this, mainly because it can do burn damage. I keep forgetting that it does burn damage, but this might, you know, situations where our opponent has like 50 life points left, maybe this can win us the duel. Then our Dragonity Knight, obviously. Abyss Dweller, Chidori, because we do have a lot of wind monsters. Firewall Sea Dragon. Also still on the deck, is one of our strongest cards if we can get it out, pointing to a link monster. Monk, obviously. The Rumor Doll. It gains 100 attack for each Beast Warrior, Wing Bee, whatever. This does not matter. What matters is that this is also spell trap removal. Now we do need to destroy one of our own spells or traps, but you know, sometimes that's just worth it. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one beast. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one of your Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast monsters that is banished and in your graveyard added to your hand. So we can just recycle something we want. Then Great Fly, basically wind support. Mahashima, usually for our Firewall Sea Dragon, but we can also make other stuff. Dispatch Parazzi, just so, you know, protect some stuff, and we can also, you know, maybe prolong games or maybe turn the game into our favor. Yeah, and obviously when this card is destroyed by battle, I can destroy that monster and gain life points. So not only does this protect something I have, it also removes something my opponent has. Then Donna's still in here, Decode Talker for link 3, Dribble Burst Ring for another link 3, and then Simorg. So pretty much summon Dark Simorg and, you know, some other wing piece if we need to, and stop them from setting cards. Yeah, again, this is 47 cards. It's quite a bit. I want to see what I'm using and what I'm not using, and try to fuse Proscanion. If this doesn't work, I can pretty much just take out this stuff for Proscanion. This is, you know, cutting 2 cards from the main deck already. But we'll see. Yeah, that's the deck. I guess all that's left is now start our journey in season 42 of Master Duel Masochist. Well, this is not this 42nd Master Duel ranked season. Anyway, I'll see you in the duels. Alright, we're getting absolutely completely obliterated. But all the well, 3 duels, 4 duels? 3 or 4 duels. And they all have been different decks, so that's good. Okay, you know, not the worst. Yeah, why? No. Yeah, I should probably look for a level 5 because this can obviously make a level 5. I want to make a Bistola? Not really. Let's just make this guy. It's not my favorite, but okay. Didn't expect them to be an Ashe in face down defense position in the first turn, I gotta admit. So we can special summon ad libitum for like at all, because it could make Dragonity Knight with a level 2 Dragonity Tuner. Well, would you look at that, wouldn't you? Well, let's set this. Summon Phalanx. Right, I don't know why I thought this was a link to that. It's obviously not the case. Droll and Lockbird. Oh wow. That's something. I probably should have made a link too, but obviously I didn't know that this was just Ash Blossom back down on the field. I mean, I couldn't even have destroyed Ash Blossom because all my link twos are lower than 1800. What does Droll have? 0. Wow. I could have destroyed that with Phalanx, I guess. Oh, house. Okay. Yeah, zone stuff is always a little strange, but okay. Maybe you shouldn't put this there. Can you respond now? Called by? Okay. What are you calling by? Oh, well that's fine. Why does this not work? This is a level 2. And this is a level 2. Why can I not use this? Oh, probably because I don't have a level 2 rank 2 Xyz, so it makes sense. I can't use Arashima as a link material, so what am I doing? My brain got fried. I do wonder what they actually play though. Because they're obviously bricked until now. Okay, well, that's annoying. Magnamut. That's rough. Getting rid of Lubellion for the summon of the other Bistria. Ooh. Terrible choice. Ray over the Jirai Gumo. There's a response. And it's Max Metalmorph. It's a Royal Rare Max Metalmorph. That's amazing. It's also kind of fucked up, but okay. How do I deal with this now? Is the question. Cannot be destroyed by spell or monster effect. And I cannot target it with those. And this one can negate an effect and inflict damage. And now they can get their bestials out from my dark monsters. We have been put in a quite annoying situation. Does this contribute any monster? And then special summon this card from deck is annoying. Can I not? Obviously negate that. Sure. Not that like, it doesn't matter, but Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Once I got the Red Eyes full Black Metal Dragon, Black full Metal Dragon, I think that was it. I mean, it's not it technically. Like, if we can, man, this is a machine. Yeah, we're just dead on board. There's nothing we can do. Nice. So yeah, we've lost every duel so far, but at least it was against different decks every time. And now we're dueling Monarchs. That's insane. There's actually Monarch. There's no extra deck in this. That is wild. Monsters, let's go to the graveyard and yeah, sure. Take the trap. I don't care. Or like, yeah, but I'd rather them have the trap than the other two cards. So, yay! There we go. I would say losing to Monarchs is a new low, but really, we've lost to worse decks, so... And they didn't break, right? So... I'm wondering though, don't you want to go second as Monarch? I mean, I don't know, but... Put you here. Yep, that's fine. Donna. Activate this card. Get Fleo back. Summon Samorg, Bird of Serenity. Problem is, obviously, the effects are negated, but we are going to be fine. We can't activate this effect. No, we can't activate this effect. Actually, that was stupid. Why did I do that? Gingerbread House would have destroyed it anyway. Harpy Feather Duster? Why am I getting Harpy Feather Duster at every single duel? That's ridiculous. Theoretical access toward Dragonity Knight. Could be worse. I think they heard me. They were scared. So after what 50, what felt like 100 losses, we finally get a win, and we didn't even have to do anything for it. My favorite kind of win. Yeah. So I'll see you in the pack. Here we are in the Master Pack. Ironically, this would have been our 10th loss if we lost that. in a row this season. Literally the beginning of the season, and we get a UR pack from the opponent just surrendering. So, you know, I'll take it as a reward for, I don't know, keeping at it, I guess. I don't know. Useless. What is this? Talonite. Useless. Useless. Mare. Wasn't this decent-ish? Cannot be special except by the effect of a worm monster. Okay. During your main phase, you can resist cost level by 1, and if you do search summon 1 mini mare token, that's funny. That is level 1. Okay. Yeah. Thrice per turn. Interesting. I don't know if we have a use for this. We might, but it's a worm. More worms are always appreciated. Being able to reduce its level is also not too bad. I mean, it's a tuner, so we can't make Dragoon Knight with this. But, you know, potential. Hungry Burger, let's go. What is this? Oh, another Ice Barrier card that I've never seen before. If this card distributes them, there's an Ice Coffin token. Attack position. In opponent's field, this token cannot be attributed for attribute summon. That seems rather awful. Let's see what's this. Utopia the Lightning. Okay. By using rank 4 Utopia monster, you control this material. We have one. We have Rising. If this card battles your opponent, can activate cards effects once per chain. You can detach 2 materials from this card. This takes becomes 5,000. Yeah, this is really good. This is actually really good because we can use Rising with this. And Magical Merchant. Okay. That's not. Actually, no, it's not. But yeah, Utopia the Lightning actually goes in the deck because we can use this with Rising. Can you go to destroy them? We have Nev this card, but that's not working out. What is this? If this card is summoned, you can target this card on the field up to the number of light or dark. These monsters you control destroy them. Okay. Patella Knight or Constellar Monster. Except this one. You can special summon this card from your graveyard, so you cannot declare it with these monsters. So, I don't know. We have a few Tella and Constellars, but not the good ones, really. We have like a bunch of the normal and rares, which may be useful, but I don't know. And Mare, again, if we have a way to summon this by a worm effect, we might consider using this at some point. Yeah, I'll put Utopia the Lightning and Utopia Rising in the deck. And then, yeah, I'll see you in the next duel. They made us go first, which makes me worried. Yeah. Let's do this, end our turn, let's see what happens. I don't like when my opponent makes me go first. That's usually a terrible sign. So I think that's a 60 card deck. Interesting, and 12 cards in the extra deck. That's certainly a combination, I guess. No way I'm getting Zorked again. I guess not. Maybe this is another Masochist player. Not that I believe that. I've seen one of them. At least one I know that did the same. I don't know what it is. Performer pals make me uncomfortable. I don't like them. I know we used some of them early on because we got a bunch, but I don't know. I don't like them. With a few exceptions, but damn. Now I have this, and I don't have a special summon once on the field. Don't have a special summon once on the field. That's annoying. Well. Let's see if we can get somewhere. Activate Senators, discard Pylum. If this card is critical to monster, you can special summon it. That's what I want. Summon this guy. I now have 3 Dragoonity monsters. So I'm probably getting Kaiju. Yes, banish second donkey. End phase. Okay. Okay. Well, we can win against decks that don't do anything, so that's a relief at least. We struggle against decks that do something, but if they do nothing, I think we're good. Yeah, I'll see you in the pack. We might be able to open legacy packs as well, depending on if we get one here. So I'll see you then. We got 3 legacy packs, so we had 7 now. So let's go open these. Vanity's Ruler. Well, that's certainly something. Haiku the Ghost Destroyer, one of my favorite cards from back in my childhood. Awesome thing. A little too weak. Oh, Rose Spectre of Dun. If you've seen my Duelist of the Roses thing, like this is one of my main deck leaders. And one of my main cards, really. Pretty good. The hand size limit of each player becomes 3. I've never seen this card, that's hilarious. I kinda like that actually. Charcoal and Pachi, but nothing else really, I think. Yeah. Yeah. No. Vanity's Ruler is actually, you know, it's not banned, right? No, if it would be banned, it's not in the pack, I think. Yeah, Vanity's Ruler is actually something I could consider, but probably not, since we can only tribute summon this, and I'm not sure if we can do that quite easily. Especially since it's level 8. But then maybe. It's also a fairy, so fairy support or something. Yeah, I'll see you in the master pack. And here it is, our master pack. Let's just get right into it. Monarch. When this card is normal, you can target up to 2 cards on the field, destroy those targets, and if you do, each player can draw 1 card for each cards they control that was destroyed. No. I don't want my opponent to draw cards. I want the opposite. I want them to draw less cards. Okay. I don't really have Galaxy Monsters. What is this? Target 1 Uni monster in your graveyard. We do not have any of those. Sylvan Blade Fender. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends a graveyard. Excavate, plant type, send graveyard. Yeah, okay. This is a Sylvan card. It's designed for Sylvan, so... Oh, Mean Merciless. Too bad. I can't do anything with this. Love these cards. Gen X Doctor. We can put as many Gen X monsters we want. As long as we don't have controller, we are not doing anything with them. And even if we have controller, without the Link 1, we're definitely not doing anything with them. Who's this guy? Equal to the ones you control. Oh, okay. I don't know. And the second emblem. Yeah, if we ever get more goblins. Mean Merciless. I mean, the problem would be we don't really have targets. Well, we don't really have rank 3s we want to make. Yeah, not the greatest pack, really. Even though I love Mean Merciless and the other Goblin Bikers. Not really useful here. Yeah, I'll see you in the next duel. That's actually not terrible. I mean, discarding Gingerbread House to activate Cursed Seal, not my favorite activity, but in the end, you know, if it stops a spell that might stop them, that's good enough for me. Do you even want to make a link to? No. And playing Gingerbread House on my first turn doesn't make sense. Well, Goonies on me. That is interesting. Haven't seen this card being played in a long time. Do they even use spells aside from Zombie World, maybe? We can't negate it because it's not getting activated. That is actually hilarious. This locks us out of Eschatos as well, by the way. Vendred. Of disruption. At least I kind of forced them to activate that effect. Though they want the zombies in the graveyard, so I don't think that it was necessarily that useful. Go away, dude. And I have this idiot. Going to banish Monk? Okay. Not much else I can do right now, sadly. What the fuck are you coming back every time? Until the end phase. Oh. That's brutal, what the heck? Oh my god, the way the way this resolves is so stupid. Yeah, we can win this. If it would, you know, do this differently. Yeah, you know, Gingerbread House at the end of this, like end of the standby phase, so they don't have a window to get Baylor drop back. Then maybe, but like this, we can't get through that. That certainly is a going first hand, holy. So, I'll call it now. I'm getting Feather Duster. Absolutely 100% guaranteed. Set 4 pass, I guess. And Feather Duster me. Brent. I know you want to do it. Or Lightning Storm. The effect has to be Feather Duster, basically. Like, destroy all my Spell and Trap cards. So far, it's usually been Feather Duster. I haven't been Lightning Stormed in quite a while. And now that I said that, Lightning Storm. This is probably hero play as well, right? Because of the field. It's not, it's Resonator. Why didn't I do that on the normal? Whatever. Treacherous Triple. Bye-bye. Yeah. Obviously, if I trap hold on the normal summon, I couldn't have activated Treacherous. Treacherous has to be the first thing I activate. Unless I want to sit on it for the rest of the duel. You can summon other monsters from hand of the graveyard. Oh, it's the Earthborn Immortal nonsense. Okay, that's fair. Well, I mean, not fair, but like, it's like a red Archfiend thingy. I feel like this person is not really my friend, considering that they play the Red Eyes Archfiend Earthbound Immortal stuff. But what do I know, right? This is now level 3. Okay. Whatever this card does. You might be seeing these a lot more. Because the structure deck came out and they have most of the cards, at least for Red Eyes Archfiend in there. And you get Red Archfiend Supernova, whatever the name, from the login stuff. For the World Championship thingy. Take banish it, then... Okay. That's the only thing I can do right now. Oh, you sad. This is sad. Oh, no. And set another card. I mean, you know, this is quite the duel, I guess. But now I can activate these two cards as well. I obviously don't want a Torrential if I don't have to. Let's see if they normal summon first. Yeah, Crimson Gaia is a little annoying, because I can keep adding Resonators. Oh, you know, stuff like the statue thingy. Yeah, oh my god, from a graveyard? I thought from the deck. Deck or graveyard? Oh no. Oh well. Soul Resonator. I do think they're kind of cool, you know. I do want to get the structure deck as well. On another account, obviously not on this one. That would be kind of weird. But, you know, they don't run away. I'd rather open packs that are temporary. Ew. Root much. That's 6, so. There's Red Rising Dragon. I'll have to do this. Does this mention... No? What? Oh. Oh. For some reason I thought this would summon a monster. I don't know why, because it literally starts with target monster with 2000 or more attack. Why would that also summon a monster after that? Unless it copies, like, its type and stuff. Well, that's positively awful. Yeah, I don't think we're getting out of this. We've stopped them from getting to Red Dragon Archfiend so far, but I think our luck is running out. Okay, so this doesn't activate the summoner, the resonator effect, because it's not getting synchro summoned. That's good. And they Gaia get a resonator back. Going to, yeah. So unless we draw something like black or Eschatos in the next turn, so we can, you know, get out of this mess. If we are surviving this turn. At least this one isn't a gate. It's not in a gate. Yeah. Yeah, we were holding him off for quite a bit, but we ran out of what? Oh. Right. I think. Bye. Oh my god, really? And now Eschatos is useless. Yeah, we can't do anything against that. Let's put this in the extra monster zone. And this guy. A 50... What? 56 card deck? What? Interesting. Says the idiot who plays 47 cards. Wrong zone, man. Helen Salot? I've never seen this card before. Latency. What the heck is going on? Okay. It's just cyber spam again. Link spam. Also, why are you using this? Use this zone. Dang it. Gotta say, there's a bunch of monsters I've never seen before, so... Wall of Disruption. Donk. We'll make a link 2 instead. Or I could make Abyss Dweller and then block them out of the graveyard. It's risky though. But what do I gotta lose? No fucking way, dude. Okay. That's fine by me. Whatever. Okay, wait, let me... Doing damage... If this card battles an opponent's monster while this card has a Utopia as material, you can detach 2 materials from this card. This card... Okay. Let's detach these 2. Activate Prey. Summon Prey. Attack. And win the duel. Let's go. Utopia the Lightning coming in and winning us the duel. And Prey of the Jiragumo. Because it's still 2100 attack. That was pretty good. I like that. So the decision to not make Abyss Dweller and just try to finish it. Awesome. Yeah, I'll see you in the pack. And here we are. The last master pack of this episode. It's been quite a while. And we get an upgrade. That's pretty good. Let's see what we can get. Unchained Twins. Oh! Can for the rest of the turn accept humans, destroy the targeted card, and if you do special summon this card from your hand. Yeah. We have another Unchained card. This locking us into Fiends is obviously not great, because we do not have that many Fiends. Magical Musketeer Dog. That's not useful. Dino Wrestler, what does this do? I can discard 1 dinosaur monster, this card from my hand. Okay. Target 1 dinosaur. Yeah, this is not good. Osaktik is not good. What is this? I've never seen this card before. I know what it's based on. Oh, if this card battles, neither monster can be destroyed by... Whoa. Okay, you can only use it. After damage calculation, your machine original monster battles, you can target 1 of your monsters banished on your gravity special summon it. If this card is banished from the field, you can special summon it. We have no way of summoning this, except tribute summoning this. So, yeah. As fun as this is, no. Dogmatica Genesis. Target 1 banished fusion synchro, exist or link monster, and 1 effect monster your opponent controls of the same type. When that banished monster extra leg and feeling and get the effect of that monster your opponent controls. This would be great if we had a better way, actually. We can use this. The thing is, to use this, we need to be in a position where we already, summon Eschatos, for example. Because we need to banish it. Because oftentimes when we summon Eschatos, we banish Monk or something for that. Right. So technically useful. And that's the best kind of useful. Another Lunar Light. That's number 3, I think. Yeah. Well, if we get more, and this is also Beast Warriors, which is good. We might have to check out if we can do something with these. Because they do special summon each other. This is the card I'm rooting for to be something really good. And it's a joke. Yeah, well, I mean, now we have 2 of those cards these that I'm not using. That's rough. Yeah, and this is an Osectic card. Or Arctic. Where's Arctic card? One tribute to hand, tribute to one of them. Yeah, we can use this even with our one, the one that we have. Yeah, this was an episode, alright. Like wow, I got beaten up in the beginning. After that, it was kind of fine. You know, there was some interesting things. And Utopia the Lightning, that's a pretty awesome card to get. It's basically a win con in itself. Well, not in itself because it's 5,000 damage, but you know, we can beat over a lot of stuff and maybe, you know, edge out a win at some point. And it's pretty easy for us to make. We need any 2 level 4s. Yeah, but that's it for me for this episode. First of this ranked season. And let's hope the struggle will not be as much as the last time. Or today, really. And let's hope for some more good pulls. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.